morning, YouTube world. Feeling a little bit better today. It's still a little gloomy out, but the sun is finally coming out. Yes. So, any rate, today is day 6 of the Powerhouse cleaning. Today is Seth and Dakota's bedrooms. I'm going to go in and I'm going to pick up stuff, which I started to do on my son's room the other day anyways. Clean the webs, dust. I hate getting under his bed because he's got weights under there. It's kind of hard to get the dust out, and it's impossible to move his bed because it is huge. He has a queen-size bed with big wooden headboard and the shelving unit, and it's like, Plus, he's got one of those darn old $2,000 mattresses. I had got it for myself, slept in it one night, wasn't so much agony. I said, nope. Those lovely little Serta, I don't know, put a wine glass on your bed and jump on the mattress. Not good for people over the age of like 20 or 25, 30 tops. If you have back problems, joint issues, not a friendly mattress to have. Plus, you get overheated, it sucks you in. And anyway, moral of the story is, I've got to dust the webs in their rooms and just dust overall, change their bedding, and sweep and mop, which everybody knows I hate sweeping and mopping. Well, it's not so much I hate sweeping, I hate mopping. Empty their garbage cans, which I was doing that a couple days ago in his room, my son's room at least. And I've got to clean the mirrors in their rooms. And the last week of the month, you know, beat the curtain. Well, I beat the curtains anyways, but wash them, take them down, wash them if it needs it. I usually try to do the curtains every couple of months rather than every month because I don't want them to fray and all that hippie stuff. So, yes. So that's where I am at and we're at as far as cleaning. Time to go in the kids' room and just overall inspect it and finish up what they have not done. Then they'll be back Sunday, tomorrow. And everything will start all over again because vacation will be over. Now, if you guys notice that I squint, I made a little list here today because there's like little things that I want to say. If you notice, I'll be looking at something and I'll go like this or something. Not to mention the glare that comes off from my glasses. That is because I'm not actually wearing the glasses that the eye doctor gave me to wear. I should be wearing bifocals because, once again, this disease destroyed my eyes. Yeah. So, I see the world all blurry. Yes, it's all blurry out there. YouTubers, you are blurry when I take the glasses off. So, any rate, yeah, I'm supposed to be wearing bifocals. I only use them for reading, like when I'm on the computer or something like that, because I cannot walk in those things. It's impossible. My depth perception is off now anyways, because the stupid disease has attacked my neurological system. Not to mention everything else in my body. So, I walk into walls, they just seem to jump out and bite me. Constantly holding things, dropping things, but I don't want to go on about my health. Nah, nobody wants to hear that. So, yeah, that's why I squint and I go like this at the camera sometimes, because I can't see without my bifocals. Another thing, selfie sticks. Yeah, I am happy I got another selfie stick. You know, I was doing videos up in the band room one day and it just snapped on me. I'm like, ah! Luckily the camera wasn't broken. So I ran right out. It was like, I think 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night. And I was like, I have got to find a selfie stick. And I don't feel like going to Walmart this late. So I picked up this cute little gadget. Yeah, that's cute, right? It stretches out and things to fit your camera. It's not cute. Because I am to turn my camera like the other way on my phone. And it pushes all the buttons. I mean, I have a volume and, you know, the on and off button, and this thing just is not user friendly. Even when I turn it around backwards, it's touching buttons that I don't want it to touch. So I went back to the original selfie stick that I had had before, kind of like that, and I like it even more because it's got the nice pink sponge at the bottom. Yeah, like anybody cares, right? Let's see. Another thing I wanted to mention is if you guys are Facebookers, which most of us are, you're always free to stop by some of my other pages. I don't only have Simply Sue. I have some that I've had for a while on there. One is called Memory Lane, and that is for people that are at least I would say 38 and over. And it touches base with products that people forgot, toys that they forgot, things that they did from 1940 all the way through to 1989. Once the 90s came in, that's not in there. So yeah, anybody from, that remembers the eras between the 40s and 1989, please stop by. I always give away like retro gifts and things like that on there. I'm always posting new stuff. It is a great page with a great group of people. And we always love other people's ideas too on there. And I also have a page called Forgotten Songs. Once again, it's about stuff that people forgot. It goes up to about usually like 1990. It's more aimed at people that were born in the 60s maybe. And right up in, I don't know. The music basically touches like 1969 to 1989, like a 20-year period. I love oldies. Anybody that knows me knows that I love the 40s, I love the 50s music, and I love the 70s. I was an 80s child, but, I lived it, so I don't need reminding. The radio plays the same stuff every day, but these are songs that people, don't really hear on the radio anymore, even on Sirius. Things like that. Like, say, for example, in the 70s, the night Chicago died. How many people remember that, you might remember the song, but it goes out of your head. Or, I don't know, just different ones. Love is Like Oxygen. The Raspberries Go All the Way. Things like that. Just something to bring back happy times. I am a person that thoroughly loved their childhood, and I just think that it makes people happy remembering things from when they were younger. And when I worked at the radio station, that's what we aimed at. We aimed at playing songs that were, stuff that brought back happy times that we'd get numerous calls. Just like when I DJ, I'll throw one in. Like with the Bay City Rollers. There were other songs besides Saturday Night. And when you throw those in, people are like calling you, oh my God, or they're coming up to your DJ booth saying, I have not heard that in years. Who is the artist that does it? So yeah, drop by those pages. Great group of people. They are my friends, most of them. They're just something to make times, remembering times in the past when you were happy, when you were young. Now, I promised that I would tell more ghost stories that happened in this house. So without any more waiting, I am going to go and grab my journal, and I will read to you some more of the stuff that has happened in this house. It has been very, very active. And I'm hearing bangs and little footsteps and things like that. And I know supposedly the Earth quote is in retrograde, Mercury retrograde or whatever. I might have got that wrong. We'll just say retrograde for now. And supposedly it makes the activity pick up. And they say, 3 days prior to the full moon, during the full moon, 3 days after the full moon. Solar storms up in the atmosphere, geomagnetic storms, all that sort of thing tend to make ghostly activity a little bit more prominent. So, who knows? I just know that mine are always here, and we share a house with them. And while I'm not too fond of it, and I would like to move, that is not an option right now. So, until I win the lotto or something huge happens, I am here with my ghosts, and, well, actually, proper English would say ghost. Ghost covers plural form. I'm a stickler on English. But anyway, without further ado, I am off over there to go get the journal, and I will be back to tell you some more ghost stuff. Alright, back with the ghost stories. Okay, now, I believe the last time I was telling you about the time that my son Seth was in his room, he used to see stuff, and he watched that light go across the ceiling, and I saw it on the video monitor downstairs here. Well, this is pretty much the same day, because I had him draw pictures of what he had seen upstairs, and he did draw a picture of that little girl ghost flying above his bed and the man standing, which would make sense because, like in prior videos, I told you about Francis was the one that slit his throat here. And the daughter died of appendicitis at, I believe, 4 years old. She didn't die in the house. She died a block away at the hospital. But apparently she was happier at home, so she returned home. Or her father may have drawn her here. I don't know. All right, so in the journal, all this happened on September 3rd, 2005. All right, there it is about the orbs. A couple of times the ghost was... Well, upon playing the tape back, I was shocked. Okay, so now I did some EVP work once I saw that. I ran upstairs, and after he said, "Mom, do you see that?" It went across the ceiling. I said, "Yes, Seth. Stay there. Keep talking." Brave little boy that he was. I swear my kid's not afraid of anything. At the first part of the tape, it says, Seth asked, "What is your name?" The ghost replied, "What is your name?" Now, that kind of freaks me out because the voice that came through was kind of really weird. I mean, it wasn't like your typical EVP, that garbled voice. It was almost like an inquisitive ghost, and I don't like inquisitive things like that. It bothered me. About 10 minutes later, when Seth wasn't asking any questions, there is a distinct male voice saying, "Find your game." This was a freaky voice. It scared me. It was like, "Find your game." Yeah, so, was it a real ghost or was it a dimensional being or something maybe not so nice, maybe something on the darker side of things? I don't know. But I can tell you that this house is not a cozy, lovely, comfortable house. It is a big, cold, not so friendly house. It is what it is. Later on, I asked Seth to ask it its name, but he got confused and just said, "Ghost?" There was a distinct male voice saying, "What?" Now, that sounded like a typical voice from the house when it said, "What?" I remember these clear as a bell. So, as I mentioned in here, I'd be doing more of that later. And as far as the moon phases go, this was captured on a new moon. And the geomagnetic storms were high at that time. All right. This one is the scary one. And this is when I had to have people come in and cleanse the house after, because this story is not something that's normal. All right. My son, this was on January 9th, 2006. This is my oldest son, Bud. He went to sleep around 4-ish. He said he woke up to hear Major, which is Roger's dog that we used to have. It was a German Shepherd. His toenails were clicking on the floor. I really don't need to read this because I already know the story very well. He said when he looked up that there was a cloaked figure like the Grim Reaper there looking down at him. He said at first he thought it was me in a winter coat with my hood up, and then he's like, "Why would you be up at 4 in the morning, Mom?" He said he tried to call out, but he was too scared. So he was dating a minister's daughter or whatever, and he called her at 4 in the morning and made her stay on the phone with him until like 6. So, any rate, the cloaked figure, okay, he said it had no face. It was standing 3 feet from behind his head. So, can you imagine looking up and 3 feet from your head? There's a ghost there. Ew. Especially one that's black and dark with a hooded cloak like the Grim Reaper. I mean, God, if I had seen that, I would have been gone. I would have been like, there's no way in hell I'm not staying here anymore. Nope, not happening. He still doesn't like this house, and I don't blame him. But you'll see as time goes on more stories of things that he has seen. All right. He said he called Mom. He called Major, the family dog, to hurry up and get on his bed. He said the dog walked through the black figure. He said he could even see the hair of the figure, but I had no face. This is ungodly scary. He said it was black air where the face was supposed to be. He then said after the dog walked through it and it noticed he saw it, that it turned around slowly and glided out of his room. So now this thing isn't walking with feet, it's floating, and he described it hovering like that off from the floor. It just glided around and then just floated off. I probably would have had a heart attack at that point and have died, so I wouldn't have had to worry about it. I probably would have seen it once I crossed over, right? So, yeah, he said it floated out through into S.H.E.'s room. Poor Sab. So, yeah. Just another ghost story about that. Let's see, January 14th, 2006. Okay, that was January 9th. So, okay, this is the 14th. Roger and I slept downstairs, and he said around 3 a.m. he thought he heard someone upstairs walking. The dog was down here, and no one else was here but the two of us. It was a full moon that night. So that is just a few more stories from my haunted house. So now it is time for me to go and let my other dog Brody in because he is outside doing his morning thing. He is barking, "Mommy, come and get me. I'm hungry and I want my new stuff." So without any further going on, I'm going to go get the dog and start headed upstairs and start cleaning my kids' room. Well, more goodies in the mail today. My son got his game from China or Japan. And I got a new case for my cell phone. One of those waterproof ones because we go to water safari in the summer. Yeah. Not anything fancy, but I just thought it was cool, you know, the waterproof and stuff with all the clear stuff on it. Anyway, so I got that. And, gosh, I don't even remember what I got. I've ordered so much stuff recently. Oh, in the month of May will be my kids' day to get their stuff. Oh, yes. Another Under Armour shirt. It's pink and it's pretty. Yeah, that's what I got. So that's the goodies that we got in the mail today. My son's game, my shirt, and my new phone case. This will all come in handy. Oh, my hair looks horrible today. Oh, well. Until next time, guys. In the next clip. So, as I was sitting here going through my stuff, I was getting a box together because I've got to mail it out because of Mother's Day for my mom. And she lives down in North Carolina, and I was just looking over some of the stuff that I had gotten her. And she has a cat, which she calls Miss Kitty, and I hope to God she's not watching this video. If you are watching this video, Mom, stop the video right here because you'll end up knowing what you're going to get for Mother's Day. We don't want that. So, anyway, hopefully she's not here watching. I ended up picking up a stationery set that came with magnets. I thought it was cute. It's on cats. And, yeah, I got her that. I didn't get typical stuff that you would get Mother's Day sort of things. I didn't get the typical this year. I got her this cute little thing because this just reminds me of me. And her, actually. Just a little thing to set wherever, on her desk or whatever. And she commented on a wreath, one of the wreaths that I made in one of my prior videos, the clothespin ones. She commented when she saw it on Facebook that she would buy one herself. So, well, of course, I'm not going to have her buy something from me. So, I am going to send her one of my patriotic wreaths. And I know her favorite movie is Gone with the Wind. And I bought the disc. And believe it or not, I have not seen that movie from beginning to end. And I'm guilty of opening up one of her presents so I could start watching it. So I started watching it last night, and I'll just put a little sticky note on it and say, geez, I am sorry, but I wanted to see the movie from beginning to end. So that is what I got her for Mother's Day, along with a card. I am curious to know what you guys are doing for Mother's Day, if you're doing anything special or what you're getting. Please forgive me when I'm always clearing my throat. Like I've mentioned in prior videos, when my thyroid levels are high, a lot of times I get this, well, I get swelling in there because I've got the Hashimoto's. And I get a lot of like buildup in like the vocal cord area. And it comes and goes like every 3 months or so. If I have a flare, I get a little raspy. So the last 10 videos probably you hear me going and clearing my throat. I am so sorry for that. And while we're at it, my friend Cookie, okay, one of my best friends, she is, I swear, if there are such things as past lives and twins, she is me. She's just me. And if you're watching this, Cookie, then you know what I'm talking about. Everything we do in common without knowing what the other person is doing. An example, last night she went and she bought chicken wings. We ended up going out late through the drive-thru at Little Caesars. Nothing to write home about. What did I get? Chicken wings. I'm eating leftover chicken wings today. I'm sure she probably is too. Shopping for clothes, okay? Neither one of us shop really for ourselves. She shops for her grandchildren. I shop for my kids, my 2 younger ones all the time. And we both decided, without knowing, I guess, well, I guess we kind of knew, but didn't at the same time, we got ourselves some clothes for once. Of course, it was a day apart that we did it. It's just very uncanny. Everything that she does, I do. I don't know, you know, if I decided to hop on a bike and go for a ride, she'd be hopping on a bike and going for a ride. Just really bizarre things like that. But yeah, that's pretty interesting. You know, I mean, even strange stuff like seeing the number 1111 on the clock all the time. Yes, I know the meaning of it. She would be seeing it. Just really bizarre. So I do believe sometimes that there are connections between people. And I just find that really uncanny. It's just like we're twins. Like we were both given up for adoption, but we weren't related. We're 10 years apart in age. But just so much in common. It's really, really, really bizarre. And I mean, it's not to the point that it's coincidental. It's like synchronicities. So with that thought being said, I love you, Cookie. And I'm going to go on about my day. I probably should stop pretty much soon because I have used up a lot of time so far. So again, thank you for watching. Please go down below. Feel free to subscribe. I have everything on here from craft stuff that I do to ghosts in my house to everyday typical cleaning to shopping hauls to everything. Again, thank you so much for watching.